And we are live.
Welcome everybody. This is Raw Review.
No, it's not.
Oh no, my fault. Welcome everybody. This is Mania Review.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It is paper review.
Well, paper review, WrestleMania edition.
This is gonna be a good one.
And I labeled this WrestleMania Review Big Box of Bootios cereal. Big Box of Bootios.
Welcome,
Hopefully,
one and all,
if you
to
didn't watch
Review-a-Mania.
WrestleMania, you'll have no idea what that means. But there is a box of Bootios on our screen, so.
Yes. Quite delightful.
Alright, so yes, WrestleMania. We are going to review WrestleMania today. Mr. Seawood, I haven't watched WrestleMania in a while. I have to say that was the most fun I've had in a long, long time watching any kind of sports or anything live entertainment wise. I have to say that was a great time we had watching that. We went over to Buddy's house, watched it for free actually because it was part of the WWE Network.
Which we have to renew. We should renew that. Let's renew that.
We will talk later. So yeah, we had a great time watching this. I have to say, having the age demographic we did watching WrestleMania, it was fun watching the kids really get hype and getting into that. Couple of match. Overall, I give this WrestleMania kind of a 7.5 to an 8. There was some disappointing things that happened. But all in all, I was super entertained. I was more entertained than I thought I was going to be coming up to WrestleMania because Raw really didn't hype it up as much as I thought they could. Obviously, they didn't need it because it sold out, attendance a record, and they really did pull out all the stops, I have to say. What was your overall feeling, Mr. Seawood, of WrestleMania?
My
overall.
Feeling. I felt like I got robbed.
You felt like you got robbed? But were you entertained?
Yes, but as I was watching it, after a specific thing that happened, it kind of just sort of put me in a grouchy mood for the rest of it. I was like, but, and then another thing happened, which was amazing. Then I was just like, okay, I'm happy again. But this one, oh my gosh, it was so dumb.
So we can go through that. We can go through these, just so you get an idea of how entertaining it was, match per match. So yeah, I'm actually just recovering from WrestleMania. We yelled our heads off. I mean, just to give you an idea, we yelled our heads off while watching this show. I mean, we really. We really put a lot of energy into watching WrestleMania, and like I said, I can't remember the last time I've done it that hardcore, just yelling and screaming at the TV. It was fun.
Good times. We need to do this next year.
Yeah, we will definitely try to do this again next year. So, first match is up. Was for WrestleMania was Kalisto and Ryback for the U.S. Championship. At first, I thought this was a dark match because of the crowd. There's hardly anybody in the crowd, and I'm sitting there going, "Is this the pre-show?"
It is.
But it was still part of the match, and come to find out, the stadium was it AT&T Stadium? I believe it is. I could be wrong, but I believe it is. They had trouble with their Wi-Fi, so they couldn't scan in tickets. So people were trying to get in the stadium, which was it's the Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys play, and they couldn't get everybody in, and so I guess they have a scanner and that detects fraud, and they couldn't get everybody in. So yeah, that was that's why I thought, I'm like, man, is this dark match or what? What's going on here? But yeah, the first match, it was a squash match, the opposite of what you would think.
I mean, it was a good match. I like it was a good like David versus Goliath type deal, type
Right. Yeah.
I was actually kind of the build up wasn't good obviously, but I was excited to see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was.
I kind of like faded in and out this match. I wasn't really interested in who won. Didn't really care. I knew there's no way they were gonna give the belt to Ryback, so he's trying to get a push in. I don't know. I don't know what to do with Ryback. Ryback is whatever.
Ryback is confusing, isn't he?
Yeah, he is confusing as a entertainment standpoint.
I mean, like, if Ryback isn't like if he doesn't win, then that whole thing where like he, you know how they lost to or how they beat the Wyatt family for no reason whatsoever. Yeah, they beat the Wyatt family, then he went off on his own, then he's like, I'm gonna beat up guys on my own, rah, 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 screw you.
So he picks on the littlest guys he can find.
And loses. What?
Yeah,
I'm so
I don't think this helps either one of them, to be honest, story-wise, so I don't know.
It's
It was a nothing
sad.
match, and I don't really care, and I don't care to talk about it anymore because it was.
That's sad. That's
is
sad
sad.
that you don't have to. It's a United States title match.
Yeah, and you just don't care.
That's just
That's WWE's fault. That's the writer's fault. I blame them. Next up
It's a
was
sad situation we got going
a
on there.
Divas match, and I just walked away. I have no idea. I heard it was good. I actually heard the girls' matches were really good, and it's just something I'm not interested in. So that was that.
It was Brie Bella's last match for one, and then at the end, after she won, Team Total Divas won. Shocker. Nikki Bella came out with like a neck brace and stuff, and
So that's
like,
Bella Twins. Okay.
congratulations and whatnot, and then
I think I broke my neck.
yay! Woohoo! Usos versus Dudley time.
And again, nothing match. Only thing that was they put the Usos put the Dudleys through the table.
The Usos won, by the way.
Yeah, and they won. It was just a nothing match. I don't. The only
Uh,
cool pop was them going through the table. So the first three matches really was I would say warm start. Just kind of get you in the groove of you're gonna be watching a lot of wrestling. And I have to say, WrestleMania went long.
Good, because it's a pre-show.
No, this went long. From what I'm hearing, this is the longest a WrestleMania has ever gone. And people who bought it on pay-per-view thought they were going to shut it off. Because it's only supposed to be lasting like 3 hours, and they were into like the 4th hour or something like that.
Did they shut it off?
They will shut it off. It happened to WCW. There's a big, I think, Halloween Havoc or something like that. They kept on pushing the limit, and they just cut them off. They cut them off in the final before the final match. Yeah, so it was a big deal, and it's happened before. And so, yeah, people were scared who actually bought the pay-per-view that it might get cut off. But from what I heard, it didn't.
All right, and then we go to the first match of the night. This is a little out of order. The IC Intercontinental Championship ladder match.
Okay, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so first off, we called it.
Yes, we did.
Baba do.
Whoa.
You know it. We
So,
called
yeah.
it.
They won.
Yes.
Uh,
Zack Ryder, IC champion.
So happy about this. So happy about this. I didn't see it coming. Like I said, we called it, but it was more of wishful thinking than actually thinking. I was like, I want Zach to. That'd be. But like we were saying, Zach was getting pushed, and we were starting to know the pattern.
I noticed the tiny amounts of, like, he kept winning singles matches. And like in the SmackDown when there was like all 7 of them came to the ring and they all fought it out. Zack Ryder was the last one standing there. I noticed these small things and I was like, Zack Ryder's gonna win. I can see it. I can see it happening, and I called it. He called it. We called it. We're awesome. I'm awesome. He's awesome. We're all awesome. You're awesome.
Yeah, so and Miz almost won this. He was at the verge, and then he started to he got up to the ladder and kind of gloated for a second, and then out comes Zack and knocked him off. And we were flipping out. I'm just telling you, there was like 7 of us flipping out, yelling at the TV, going, "Oh my gosh, he's gonna get it! He's gonna get it!" I lost. I think I started to lose my voice after that match because we screamed so hard, and we're like, "No way! No way! They're gonna give it to him!" Because you have this feeling that, are we going to get screwed? You know what I mean? You just have that, oh, are they going to screw him? Are they going to screw him? And nope, they didn't. And he got it. And we're like, what?
Like
So,
in my head.
I was super excited about that.
When I wasn't fully sure if Zack was going to win. Because I was just like, well, you got Zack, or Owens, and Sammy. And yeah, I was just sitting there like, it looks like, I hope Zack's gonna win. It looks like my prediction could be correct. It's not a dumb move to say Zack could have won.
No, not at all.
It was based on like stuff that was actually happening, and but then again, storyline wise, Owens and Sammy, they would make more sense. But Zack won it though.
But like you said before, Sammy and Kevin Owens' feud doesn't need a belt to be involved.
No, it doesn't.
Because I guess.
I mean, even if Owens is the prize fighter, that's his whole thing. Even then, like, this is more of a personal thing.
Yeah,
you know?
So I believe they're able to have their feud without a belt involved. I think it's good for Zack. I'm so happy for him. And he even mentioned how he got his picture taken with Razor Ramon, and the first thing he was gonna do. He got his picture taken when he was a kid, when Razor Ramon had the Intercontinental belt, and then now he's going back to get his picture taken with him holding his belt. So,
you know what else I liked about this match?
That was cool.
You know what else I liked about this match?
What's that?
That polka dot ladder, though.
Oh yes, Stardust came out with. He's dressed up polka dot, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. He came out with a polka dotted ladder, black and yellow, and it was cool. Everybody, he got a good pop for that. He's like, "Yeah, I got a ladder, and it's like, I got a really small ladder, and like, I don't think that thing." And then I forget who jumped in there and threw it out.
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens just like, screw this yellow polka dot ladder. It wasn't even tall enough. It was just he was just like walking around, and it was kind of like a Three Stooges bit where he's just swinging it back and forth, knocking everybody out, and it. and then Kevin Owens threw it up. But that match, I want to say like a 9 out of 10.
A 10 out of 10. I'm gonna say 10 out of 10. That was legit my favorite match in the night.
I mean, that set the bar really high because, I mean, we're like, okay, this is cool. This is cool. I mean, because I honestly didn't care about this match at all. I mean, I forgot about it. I'm like, oh, okay, boom. Wow. Sweet.
I mean, nothing went wrong in this match, and there was nothing bad about this match. So, this is a 10 out of 10 for me. There was nothing wrong. So, if there's nothing wrong, I'm not going to deduct any points.
Right? Okay.
10 out of 10.
All right.
And the spot with Sami Zayn, and he's just jumping. He jumped, like in between the ladder onto everyone.
Yeah.
That has to be scary. Then he goes over and he runs over and does his like tornado through the ropes DDT to Owens. Ugh.
There was another spot where
oh man.
Didn't Kalisto get like
Sin Cara?
Was it Sin Cara? Yeah, didn't he get was it Sin Cara? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Sin Cara?
Was on
oh yeah. Didn't he like get power bombed or something or like flipped over and landed right on the
Oh yeah.
the ladder.
And then someone else got flipped over onto it
I'm
or
like,
something, and then they landed and it broke. A ladder broke somewhere in here. I'm just remembering a bunch of spots. This match was, it might have been a bit of a spot fest, but sometimes that's just a good
In a
thing.
ladder match, that's kind of what you want.
Yeah. Sorry. What?
There's a mute button.
Oh, well.
So every time you do it, just
okay.
hit mute.
But yeah, it was a really good match, and Sin Cara, can I just say, top notch, dude.
Again.
Like, dude, Sin Cara not botching anything in a ladder match of all things, one of the craziest matches ever. There was not one botch from Sin Cara. Congratulations, my dude.
Congratulations, not screwing up.
I mean, that's kind of a thing that he does. Yeah, he has a tendency to botch everything. Yeah.
Well, like you said, that was a good. Like we said, that was a good match.
10
Next up,
would recommend. What was after that? What did that? Oh, Y2J versus AJ Styles.
and this wasn't for anything. This is for bragging rights. You know what? I wasn't interested in this match. I kind of left. I mean, zoned out a little bit. It was, I think I was eating or something.
Honestly, yeah. I'm gonna have to be honest. People calling this one of the best wrestling matches of the night, and I'm just sitting here like,
Really?
it?
People are saying that?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm just sitting here like, is it really though?
I didn't see it.
I mean, it was
better than that ladder match.
It was a solid match.
It wasn't
but
better than that ladder match at all.
No.
And even
but like pure wrestling is what they're saying. And I'm just.
I mean, maybe.
Well, let's. No, no, because you got.
I can't even think of any spots in it.
All I can remember is that last moment of it, where it's just like Y2J, doing that weird code breaker, the one
knee code breaker.
Jericho won, which was weird. I'm not mad about it. It's weird that Jericho won.
Yeah, somebody said he was willing to put Fandango over last year,
but not AJ Styles.
Not AJ Styles, and where Raw went afterwards, it was really weird to see. We won't get into Raw too much, but
that's like the big moment. I don't know if I want to talk about that right now.
So yeah, it was kind of like and the outcome was confusing because if AJ let Fandango win, why wouldn't he let AJ win? Or whose call was that?
I mean, it's just weird. Win? Like, why not give the win for Jericho on like the last pay-per-view? What was the last pay-per-view?
Fastlane.
Yeah, why not give it to him there and then have? If you want to give Y2J a win, why not at Fastlane and then have AJ win at WrestleMania?
Right, and
people would be mad at Fastlane, but screw them. It's WrestleMania. I mean...
Yeah, this is the big one. This is the one everybody wants to win.
And if you want... You can't... Okay, maybe we will talk about Raw a little bit. You can't just have AJ suffer that big of a loss. Any loss at WrestleMania, it's going down in history books and crap.
Yeah, because that's... If you go through any kind of wrestling you're going to rewatch, it's only going to be WrestleMania.
Or
if you want to go back and watch some old wrestling, you pick WrestleMania.
Yeah. And
what built up this? And you might like catch a couple Raws before it, but for them, and maybe a SummerSlam. But that's gonna be etched there that he lost. So
yeah.
And it was
weird.
I give that one maybe a 6, to be honest.
Yeah, 6. I honestly didn't see the pure wrestling. They spent a lot of time away from each other as I was watching. There was just like a lot of waiting that I remember. There was a lot of waiting.
Was it a long match?
It was It was kind of a long match. It was a standard length match.
Right.
Not like Raw length match. Not like standard Raw length match. Like standard.
Like a regular.
I'd say like a Raw main event length match.
Yeah, I think it's funny watching it on the network that they break away for commercial on their own network. They have no need to break away for commercial. Why is there even a commercial in WrestleMania?
Because it's freaking WrestleMania and they're giving it away for free.
Yeah, so yeah, maybe they have to put some. True.
Yeah.
Touche. Next match was.
I believe it was the New Day versus the League of Nations.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I don't even care about the match, to be honest. I just cared about the most
for
awesome.
a reason we will not get into. I was not there for this match. I don't think he remembers.
For this,
he doesn't remember.
No, I don't. So we'll just keep going. Unless you want the whole world to know.
No.
Okay.
No. No.
So it starts out. New Day comes out, and they came out in a big, humongous box of bootios.
I love WrestleMania entrances. This is why I love WrestleMania.
There it is, right? Even our little slideshow. The humongous box of bootios, and we have it on our screen right now. And that is the reason that this bootios is right here.
We need to buy one of those.
Somebody put it and said that bootrition facts are on the side. And they just did a stand-up job with this intro, and they had humongous. They look like Cheerios, but they're brown, and they're huge. and
I want one.
And they tipped the box over, and they were in the box. They were in the box.
It was amazing.
I'm sitting there going, "What?" And the cereal comes out, and I was like, "Are you serious? Are you serious? This is awesome!" And it was so entertaining, and we were laughing our heads off. We're like.
And then they come out dressed as Super Saiyans.
Oh yeah, they're like anime characters. I mean, Xavier Woods, his hair.
He can do whatever he wants with his hair. I swear.
For anime like cosplay and stuff.
He
is perfect.
I'm pretty sure Xavier Woods is a Super Saiyan. Just saying.
And it was great. Oh, and it had a mini Francesca too. It was like a baby Francesca.
Like spray painted.
It was small. It was like a mini size, and I'm like, ooh, and they didn't even bring it up. It's like you didn't even bring Francesca to WrestleMania. You bought this little one, and it was painted gold. It was great. Who they wrestle again? Oh yeah, League of Nations.
League of Nations. They were red today. And then their entrance, they were red.
Yeah, that's what somebody said. They couldn't even come up with their own entrance or.
Like I just came up with an entrance for them. Just have them like get rid of the bootios and stuff. Get that off the stage real quick, right?
Right.
Because you need to do that, and then have them like do Sheamus's like how it builds up like that thing.
No.
And then it goes, and then the spotlight comes on.
Yeah. Okay.
Have them do that, and then like once or like do something with their music or whatever. And then once somehow get them to do that thing that Sheamus does, but with all of them, and then have it go, and then the light comes on, and then it like goes boom, and then all of their flags come down. I just came up with a better entrance for them.
Yeah, I don't think they just walked out and kicking the bootios.
Ireland, Russia, Mexico, England.
Yeah, so. Okay, call Mr. Sewell. He'll help you with the intros.
Yes.
The match itself. I'm trying to think of the match itself.
I wasn't there for that.
It wasn't for the belt either. Okay, they lost. Because it wasn't.
Looking back, I kind of get it because it's 4-on-3. It's a handicap match.
Oh, was it a 4-on-3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It was the match itself. I guess could have take it or leave it, but it was funny. They're just hilarious. They stepped it up. Budio cereal. There they are right there. That was awesome. So, yeah, I'll rewatch that segment. That part was so funny.
And then
And then came what match?
After that match happened, something awesome happened. Awesome happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I forgot. So those guys beat
the New Day.
The New Day,
and then they were standing there and they're like,
so
there are no 3 men on this planet that can stand against us.
Yeah, so,
We're the League of Nations.
Yeah, so three men. They called out 3 people. There's no 3 men that can take us, and the first person that comes out is. I'm a sexy boy.
They think I'm cute.
HBK Shawn Michaels comes out looking crazy and fit in his wrestling gear, ready to rock. Comes out,
Oh my gosh.
runs in there, and then I'm like, oh, who are they gonna have next? Mick Foley.
Bang, bang.
Bang. And I'm like, okay.
I'm
And then we were
liking
like,
this.
oh my gosh, who's gonna be the
Who
third one?
could it be?
Who's
Could
gonna be
be
the third one?
Goldberg?
Yeah,
Could it
yeah.
be Goldberg?
And we're all like,
Stone Cold
Cold
Steve Austin.
Austin.
And then it said like Mania 316 or something on it.
Did it?
Yeah.
So they came out and they pretty much made a waste of League of Nations.
I want a shirt that says Bootios 316.
Oh no. And then after they kicked them all out, then New Day comes running back in and he goes, "Come on, let's dance. And he got Shawn Michaels to dance. And then Mick Foley kind of goofily looked at him. And then Stone
Cold was like,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he was like staring at him for a while, like, I want to beat the crap out of you. And then he's like, okay, stunner. And I'm like, I seen that coming.
Yeah. He's gonna stun him. And then he stunned him. And we're like, yeah! And then, oh man, it was great. And then the next night on Raw, Xavier Woods was just like, looking back,
At the tape.
that was my fault.
Totally my fault. What up? And then they just kind of chucked it up. Didn't care. So yeah, that happened.
Oh yeah. Also, they completely decimated Wade Barrett. I'm so sorry, Wade Barrett. You deserve much better.
And then the next match
was what? Oh, okay. The next match of the night was Charlotte versus Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks.
Another one I just left. Didn't care about. Heard it was good, but didn't care about it.
You should have been there because it was actually like screw AJ versus AJ Styles. This was actually the best pure wrestling match of the night.
Yeah, I heard it was good. I heard the wrestling was actually good. Was this for the championship?
It was. Yes, it was. But it wasn't for the Divas Championship.
Yes, remember last.
It was for the Women's Championship.
Yeah. Earlier, Lita announced that they're having a new belt, and I remember last week I'm sitting there. I didn't like the term diva, and the diva thing was played out, and I didn't like it at all. And then they're like, I think they were listening to our podcast, and they're like, you know what, we should change our belt then.
They were listening to a lot of people.
And I was like, good for them, you know.
They're referring to them as superstars now.
Yeah, I think if they're gonna, I didn't take them serious. I still don't. But we'll see if this changes it. This was their effort to change.
You should watch the match.
I might go back and watch.
You'd like the match.
I might go back and watch it, but
forget the fact that they're divas and just watch the match.
Right.
It was a really good match.
Like I said,
Sasha Banks was dressed up like Eddie Guerrero.
Okay.
She had Snoop Dogg accompanying her to the ring.
Yeah, I did hear that, and that was horrible. Whoever that girl was singing, horrible. Everybody said the same thing. That girl was just like, everyone's like, shut up. I don't know. I guess Snoop Dogg's is her cousin.
Yeah.
So she's related to Snoop Dogg. How do these... famous people get related to more famous people. I don't understand.
So it beats me.
Anyway, so that happened. Somebody won. Charlotte still won.
Charlotte won. Ric Flair.
Ric Flair cheated.
Ric Flair is a good manager.
Yep.
You know what? No one likes the fact that Ric Flair is like a person. No one likes Ric Flair.
Nobody likes him. That he's a person.
Which is exactly what he should be.
No one should like him. No, everybody goes,
No. Everyone likes his like story and crap, but no one likes that. A lot of people are mad that he's getting involved in crap, which is exactly how it should be. Because they're freaking heels.
Right. So they're getting the proper heat. I think it was funny they had a Snicker commercial afterwards, and both Charlotte and Zack Ryder were in it. So it was like they already had it pre-planned. He's like teaching how to do woo, and he just kept going woo, woo, woo. Instead of woo and
woo, woo, woo. And then she's just like, you get a little confused when you're hungry. Eat a Snickers. And then it goes to Charlotte, and then turns into Charlotte. And it's like
so they already knew, they had it all planned out. Of course they did. But anyway, moving on.
It's whatever.
Moving on.
Then after that, I believe
it was the Andre the Giant Memorial.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
That was second to last.
No,
Nope. It's out of order. I just remember the order. Now it's time for Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose, which actually might have come early in the night. Either way, let's get down to this one. Okay.
Okay, this is what happened. Dean lost, got squashed, humongously bad. Didn't get to use one weapon, no blood, in a street fight match, and it turned out as I would have expected. I expected it to. Brock Lesnar just destroying Ambrose, and
that's awful.
That is.
This is.
And everybody's like,
this match was so hyped up, so anticipating. This was just such a big event that was going to happen, and it was going to be amazing. And it was the worst match of the night. I'm dead serious. This was worse than the Usos versus the Dudleys.
Yeah, because it was.
This was straight up worst match of the night. And I love both of the guys. No, I hate Brock Lesnar, but I love Dean Ambrose. And it's not just that he lost. I was still hyped for the match as it was going, but then it ended. And I was sitting there like, wait, what? It's over? Already? Why did nothing happen? And it was like they didn't use all the biggest weapon they used was a kendo stick. And I'm not counting that pile of chairs because they didn't actually hit anyone with them.
They did. He did get suplexed and F5'd on all those chairs.
He should have kicked out of that. I'm serious. He should have kicked out of that. It would have been an amazing moment. Tell me that would have been an
That would have been amazing, but don't tell me that didn't hurt.
He should have kicked out. He legitimately should have kicked out. He should have, Brock, why didn't that match go on longer? I wonder.
I don't know.
Or, been better. The coolest spot was him using the fire thing and spraying it in his face.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's awesome. Okay, this is going to be such a fun match, and Dean Ambrose is going to come out on top, and he's going to... How can you not say that Dean Ambrose was going to win? How can you, in any respect, think that Dean Ambrose wasn't going to win? I still am confused by that. I know Brock Lesnar wins, but that's just stupid.
I knew it was going to happen.
No. How? This was so obviously a way to push Ambrose, and then
had the conversation.
This is almost as freaking. This is my new Wyatt and versus the Titans match.
Okay.
This is this was set up to push Dean, and then he didn't, and then it just didn't, and then he wasn't on Raw the next night, so. I'm just confused where he's going. Is he gone now? I wouldn't be surprised if they just didn't know what to do with him after that. Why wouldn't Brock Lesnar doesn't need to beat Dean Ambrose? No one needs.
I already told you. Yeah, we've gone through
because
this.
You know what?
I'm not gonna go through it again.
It's
but I have no.
I'm going through it again. Dean Ambrose deserves a freaking win. Someone, let him beat someone. Freaking Triple H, he should have won there. Or maybe not. Maybe they want to keep WrestleMania. Okay. Freaking let him beat Brock Lesnar. Nope. Nothing is helping him. No one is trying to help him in creative at all. And then this match was boring. It was a boring match. He didn't use the freaking... He didn't use the bat. He didn't use the barbed wire bat at all. There was no in this chainsaw. He didn't even get to like whack him with it. Brock Lesnar just freaking decimated him, which is awful. We've seen him go through like he got F5'd and then he stomped over him. He's like Brock, and he's come on. He kept saying come on. He didn't stop, and then the match happened. It was just so dumb. It was just such a dumb situation. What? I hated this match. I legitimately hate. You can say you don't like Roman versus Triple H. Whatever. I don't see how you can not like it. I mean, it's just like, well, this is happening. Sure. I wasn't mad at that match. I was like, oh, well, that's happening. Whatever. But this match, like, how is this not perfectly set up to help Dean Ambrose? He needs to win something. Anything, ever.
I don't disagree with you, but I knew he wasn't going to win WrestleMania.
How? How can you not? Like, this is just a plain and simple, easy
I'm not saying this
thing.
right. It's. I just knew it wasn't going to happen.
Who can he
They're not going to let
now?
Brock Lesnar lose on WrestleMania to Dean Ambrose.
Yes, they can. Okay,
I'm just telling you they're not.
In a street fight, okay, all of that stuff you're saying, it doesn't matter because it's a street fight. That cancels out any argument of, oh wait, he beat Undertaker at WrestleMania. So no, it's a street fight. That's an equalizer. There's no disrespecting Undertaker because Dean won using weapons. Brock Lesnar did not do that. Dean Ambrose has weapons. He can use those. It's equal. It doesn't matter about the Undertaker at all because it's a street fight. And it doesn't. It's so dumb. It is so dumb. This match I was so hyped for it. I was prepared. I was excited for this match, and then it just disappointed me so much. Like, this is the match that killed Mania for me. Like,
yeah, you were pretty depressed after this match.
I was.
You kind of like in a funk, and so that's why I let you just ramble on about it.
I mean, that might have been why I didn't notice AJ Styles versus Jericho very much. I think that came after this, and I was like, but I don't.
Yeah, it was. I wasn't as mad about it because I knew it was going to happen.
How?
I
don't understand how you can. Anyone could have thought that Brock Lesnar was going to win.
I knew. I know people are disappointed, but you just got to understand how they do things, and because big reasons.
Not push Dean. That's how they do things.
Yeah, because he's Brock Lesnar, and they got to keep him happy. He's not going to lose at WrestleMania.
Yes, they can.
No, he's not going to. He wouldn't agree to it. I guarantee he did not agree to lose at WrestleMania.
Well, screw you, Brock Lesnar. This is why I don't like Brock Lesnar.
Right.
It's not just that he knows one move and maybe an F5 sometimes. It's because he freaking...
Tell us how you really feel.
I cannot freaking stand Brock Lesnar. Okay. Fight me, Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
I'm
no, you don't fight Mr.
I'm free. Let's go.
I cannot afford his hospital bills. Okay, let's move on because this is getting. Okay, you're mad about it. Yeah. All right, and on to happier thoughts.
But Brock Lesnar, though, he's
okay. Let's go through that.
One move.
Okay.
He didn't deserve to beat the Undertaker. Undertaker, I don't know why you would agree to let him beat you. He is awful. He's poison to WWE. He's the worst wrestler. I don't care what he did in the past. Be good now. I don't care. This is my lifetime. Not anything before this. Sure, you might have been good before you came back. But once you came back, did you forget how to do everything that wasn't a suplex?
That's all he does.
Your entire gimmick is I do suplexes.
Yep, it is. Okay, moving on to this I'm gonna let Mr. CeeLo cool him down. Mute your thing so you don't breathe into the mic. But
This match was awful.
okay, yes, it was a waste of time. It was totally a waste of time. Next up was the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Right here, you'll see it. There's a good picture of it. I was actually into this match. It's funny, the ones that had the most people, like these ladder matches and these like rumble kind of things, those are actually the most entertaining. And he got a lot of the one thing I was happy about, that a lot of wrestlers got a payday. Some big surprises that came in. Tatanka, which the only reason why I know who he is because I was starting to watch some old Raws with I was trying to watch the Monday Night Wars and trying to figure out where to start. And Tatanka, he was in one of them. I'm like, hey, it was like in 1995 or something. That's how long ago. Give you an idea. It's almost been like 15, 16 years that he's been wrestling. And the guy we were watching it was like, is that Tatanka? That's Tatanka. And they didn't even announce him. He was just showed up.
Yeah.
And it was like there was like a group of guys already in the ring, and then they did some intros for like a few of them.
Big guys like Big Show and Kane and
Mark
Shaq.
Henry. Yeah, Shaq. yeah, that was another one. Big surprise was Shaq.
You know what?
I remember Big Show and Shaq had a little feud going on.
You know what?
When he came to Raw.
Shaq is. A lot of people are mad that, oh my gosh, why is Shaq in WrestleMania? I'm just sitting here
Shaq loves wrestling.
You know what? If they can do something cool like that and have it, and not like make anyone mad, or
it didn't affect anything.
It didn't hurt anyone. Shaq didn't eliminate anyone. He might have. I don't remember.
He helped get rid of Big Show because it was the two of them that went over the.
Yeah, and
that's the picture you'll see on there.
Yeah, so. If it doesn't hurt anyone, why not let Shaq come? That's
the whole point of WrestleMania is to mix Hollywood and
also be the Super Bowl of wrestling.
It is a Super Bowl. This was no doubt about it. This was the Super Bowl of wrestling, and they did not disappoint as far as entertaining me. I mean, there was some disappointments, but not as a whole as a production. This is top notch. I mean. I know how much it takes to get in production. That was crazy. Who else was the big? Oh, my boy, DDP Yoga. Bang! And you know what? I'm gonna check out that DDP Yoga, man. I wonder if it's gonna help me. I'm hearing a lot about it, but DDP came in there. I was all for that.
DDP came.
Who else?
Think
of any other surprises? I can't think of.
Tatanka,
Shaq.
Big Show. Shaq.
Okay, my two predictions,
Kane.
if you remember, I believe was Bo Dallas, after pushing Big Show over, getting flying in, accidentally winning the thing.
Which is funny, because we were almost right with that.
And then, because they stayed in. They were in it for a while.
Yeah.
And then...
And Bo Dallas was the last one there.
Mark Henry.
Mark Henry.
Yeah.
He didn't get the ride off into the sunset.
Yeah, I was disappointed in that fact. A lot of people were booing or really upset that he got knocked out. But there was one more surprise that they busted out. Your boy
Baron Corbin.
Yeah, and he came out and destroyed. I mean, I think he just took advantage, but he won it.
He just sort of stayed in for a while, and then Kane got rid of someone. I think it was actually Bo Dallas.
I think he picked his moment, and he just won it.
And then Kane turned around, and Baron Corbin was there like, bah! And Baron Corbin won!
Yeah. I was like, what? So, I was happy for it. People seem to like that, and they were cheering it. NXT. I've caught a little bit of NXT.
Some people were saying he was crying, which I'm just... No, he wasn't.
I've never looked at. Maybe he was.
Pose. Just did the Andre the Giant.
Somebody said he was crying. They said he was crying, and they said that hurt his character. Hurt his character, but I have to go back and look at that. See if he wasn't right. After that was.
Okay.
What was after that?
That match was great, by the way. It was.
Yes, it was.
I think it was The Rock. No, was it? Did The
Shane
Rock
and
come
Taker.
out before or after Shane and Taker?
I think it was Shane and Taker was before.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, so the big one that
pretty much the main event.
Pretty much the one everybody really cared about, Taker and Shane.
Undertaker.
Boom.
Shane
Okay,
McMahon.
so I kind of waited for all the intros to end because Taker has the longest intro in the world. You can literally take a pee break and
it was
snack.
a good entrance though. Just saying.
I never doubted
Then
it. It's just too long for me.
Shane McMahon with his intro, with his kids.
Yeah, and somebody pointed this out to me, and I kind of agree with him. This match is gonna happen, and he brings out his 3 boys, and they're young guys. I mean, they're not super young, but they're like under 10, maybe 11 age, and 3 of them, and they're coming out doing their thing. And then you knowing what's gonna happen here, So the match went on. It was kind of like he's doing like karate, Thai fighting.
It was basically an MMA fight.
Yeah, he was trying to do MMA on him, just running around doing things, and Taker. You know, it was kind of slow, to be honest, at first, and then he started clipping the gate. And then Taker put Shane through the fence. The cage.
Don't forget that beautiful coast to coast.
Oh yeah, he did do a coast to coast. Actually,
With the trash can.
He did the coast to coast. I think he let up because his butt ended up actually hitting the garbage can. He overshot it. He overshot the coast to coast. That's how he didn't only make it. He overshot it, and he broke the garbage can with his butt. Really, if you look at it again. That was good.
It's cool though.
So Taker gets him through the cage. Somebody mentioned that spot right there, he was inches away from hitting that corner and knocking himself out. Mr. SeaWorld said that he was gonna do this, and I was like, "There's no freaking way."
There's absolutely no chance Shane wasn't doing something crazy.
I was like, I didn't think
Shane McMahon.
There's him climbing up the side.
Daredevil.
He jumped off that
he got Undertaker on the table, and he just was leaning against the cage. Why are you pointing over there? Oh, he was leaning up against the cage, and then he looked up, and I was just like, I told you.
And
the moment he looked up, I was like, I told you.
So when this happened, you gotta realize we're all staring and we're like, no way is he gonna do it? And he just like we're screaming like
he's doing it.
Oh my gosh! And there's people chanting, "Please don't die!" There it is. There's the shot right there of him jumping off. Please don't die! Please don't die! I was like, oh my gosh, is he gonna do this for real? And he gets all the way up there, and you gotta realize that cage is higher than it's ever been. In past manias, the steel cage for the cage matches are really high. The last time I seen anybody get up there was when Cena like body slammed, I think Orton on it. I think it was Orton. Could be wrong, but that was the only time he climbed up there and body slammed on there. I could not believe that happened, and he jumped off.
The 40-whatever-year-old man.
Jumps off, and people were like worried. And I seen some backstage thing with Mick Foley. I can't remember what it was. It was like behind the mat or something like that. And it was Mick Foley having a WrestleMania moment or a pay-per-view with The Rock, and his kids were in the like front row, and The Rock's bashing his head open with a chair. I mean, literally, he pounded on him. He ended up getting like a ton of stitches, and they're going through the crowd, and he's getting bashed in. And his wife and kids are watching this happen, and they don't know the difference between. But he really was getting hit. He actually had to have stitches and everything. To have that happen, while his kids were watching, and a lot of people were like, "Please don't die." Seriously, if the last thing we need is Shane McMahon dies at WrestleMania doing this crazy stunt. I mean,
Shane, he lives every single time.
yeah.
Somehow he manages to survive.
Even from what I heard, the table had an airbag. I don't care. You can miss that table. And Shane, he goes to jump, and Taker rolls out of the way.
Sad.
And moves over, and he just drags him in and gives him a tombstone and kind of like pats him on the head. He's like, "You're crazy. I'm gonna put you out of your misery right now." And it was over, and I was like, "Yeah." Like everybody was saying, "Thank you, Shane. Thank you, Shane. That was awesome." I
Thank you.
don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that. I mean, it's not worth it. It's not worth. It's entertainment, and it's not worth it. To be honest, I don't want to see that again.
Yeah,
it was cool. It was cool watching it.
It
was fun.
Good.
But I can.
Shane, oh my gosh,
The
that was
the negative consequences, I think, far outweigh doing something crazy like that.
But you're not Shane McMahon.
I'm not Shane McMahon. I'm a parent, though, and having your kids watch you do that, or having your dad watch you jump off that. I mean, that's a family business. They're all there. His whole family is standing there watching him jump off a freaking tall.
Even Vince on Raw was like, I was watching that. I was like, please don't jump.
He said it, and somebody said that too. That would have made the match a little better if Vince was actually out there watching the match, because Taker's supposed to be his tool.
Mm-hmm.
So if he was out there kind of doing the manager position, yeah, come on, and just kind of even commentating, he would have been great on the commentating. Oh my gosh. And then him being there to watch him, I mean, having him react to him doing it, I think would have even added more. Somebody mentioned that, and I said, yeah, that would have even added more to the story than it did. I mean, but, you know, it was good. It was great. I mean, that got my heart pumping and screaming, yelling between the first match and that match. It was
amazing.
It was like adrenaline, this crazy rush.
Did not disappoint.
It did not disappoint.
Except
Unlike
for the
other
part
ones.
where Undertaker won.
Like I said,
Like, watching it, I was upset that Undertaker won. But then Raw happened, and I was like, okay, I'm cool now.
yeah, because it made this match kind of pointless.
No, it didn't.
But
No,
it was a great match.
No,
I don't
Raw
ever
didn't
want
make
to see
it
anybody.
We'll talk about
hurt
it
anyone.
tomorrow, or whenever we talk about it, but it didn't make it pointless.
Okay, and then we go on to the.
It was
It kind of like you got it built up this high, and then
The Rock came
comes out. This was yeah. I mean, did that match?
Woo!
We're all hyped for this match. Rock comes out with a looks like a t-shirt gun, ends up being a flamethrower, sets his name on fire, goes out to the ring, does his kind of the Rock.
Can you smell?
It's cooking. So that was good. I mean, he can cut a promo.
He did
And
his
then all
stuff.
of a sudden,
We broke the attendance record.
yeah,
What would have happened if they didn't break the attendance record?
they would have just said what the attendance was. We have a record, or we.
All
we
right,
did it
guys,
great.
I'm out here, and we did not break the attendance records. Yeah.
They would say something
Yeah.
else. They would say, "We had an awesome Mania. Here's the attendance." Blah blah blah. Something like that.
Ow.
But after he comes out, so then they play his music, and then they show the attendance, and I'm like, is that all he came out to do?
Yeah, I was just like, what?
I mean, is that it?
And then he cut off his music like, all right, now we're about to get really crazy.
Yeah, and then the Wyatts come out, and then everybody I've listened to who likes the Wyatts hated this moment, and I kind of disagree with their train of thought. But let's see what Mr. SeaWorld thinks. They said this squashed him really bad. I don't.
Okay, first of all, he's at WrestleMania face to face with The Rock. You can't get buried when you're in that position.
Yeah, and The Rock The Rock like held him up. You know, it's like you do great things. You have this great thing, and you say you want to eat my soul, and he kind of made fun of him there.
I was kind of upset though that
But the thing
Eric Rowan.
Rowan's a jobber.
That just makes me sad. That all of the Wyatts are just jobbers. And I'm
Okay,
just
they're
like,
not gonna let Braun Strowman. I guess Braun Strowman hasn't been pinned.
Yeah, Braun Strowman hasn't been.
So they're not gonna let him lose to The Rock. Who else are they gonna have? Bray Wyatt can't wrestle because he's actually injured.
Good thing he can still talk though.
Yeah, and then so who else are they gonna get?
Keeps him relevant.
And the other guys hurt. Harper.
Something just happened to him. I'm still not quite sure what went down, but I heard he just sort of collapsed.
Yeah. So they're down. So who else is gonna go out there and get squashed?
Rowan.
So he gets squashed.
Maybe not a 4-second match though. That would have been nice.
But that was 6 seconds, I think. Yeah, it was a 6-second match. Drax like, I'm ready to rock. Pulls off his suit pants and shirt.
At the very least, if anything good came out of this, now Daniel Bryan doesn't have the shortest match in WrestleMania history.
Good. Yeah. Good.
Well, sure, why not?
And then the Wyatts proceed to attack The Rock.
I think Rowan was just like, okay, I'm gonna take this pin, and then he slides out of the ring, and then they all circle the ring, and they're like, we're gonna get you.
Yeah, it was kind of like
they are all about to get up, and then it's just like.
Yeah, it was kind of like that. John Cena,
John Cena
lost my mind. My boy, John Cena. This is him right here. He comes out. You can't see him. You haven't seen him.
I
came out, helped The Rock. I was like,
just helped them take out the Wyatts, and I was just like, yeah, John Cena, woo, do 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 do. And I was happy to see him. And then the Wyatts were just like, oh man, no. And then then Bray Wyatt got like pooped on.
So they squashed him. They said they got beat, but I think if you're gonna get beat by the two biggest icons in wrestling,
still kind of put up a fight.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
He almost did the Sister Abigail on The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then John Cena came up from behind. It was Cena.
I think he gave it a push. Everyone's like, they're dead. They're dead. I don't believe that. I think they went against the freaking Rock and John Cena at WrestleMania.
That's kind of a big
thing.
It's
a big deal. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
I think if they can work with them, I agree that they haven't been doing much with them. But I can't. He got a payday. They got a payday.
Mm-hmm.
Cena could give Cena to come back, give a nice little pop, do him a couple moves. I don't think he's 100%. But
no, he's definitely not 100%. But
I'm glad he was
there. He did miss WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, John Cena needs to be at WrestleMania. Didn't I say that?
Yeah.
I said John Cena needs to show up and do something at WrestleMania. I don't care what it is. I know there's a lot of Cena haters out there. I don't even care. I'm a huge Cena fan. Humongous Cena fan. And to see him was like, thank you. Thank you. I mean, that was it. So you seen Shane O'Mac jumping off the top of a cage. Rock comes out, does his cool thing. Cena comes out. Pop, pop, pop. Welcome
People were
back.
happy to see him. That crowd was happy to see him.
The clock was cooking. It was great. And then we have the last match of the night, and this is where it gets really long.
Somehow they managed to put this like beautiful WrestleMania on it together. Besides, it
was like
Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose. Let's just forget of that ever happened.
Right. But I mean, we're up here now. Whew,
hype.
And so, from what I hear,
then
go say it.
Roman Reigns versus Triple H.
Okay, Roman Reigns versus Triple H. So Triple H's intro, people liked it. I thought it was kind of creepy.
That's what he was going for.
It was very creepy, and I can't believe Stephanie McMahon had so many lines. I'm sitting there like, dang. Her and her hair extensions and her skull mask. Okay. skull mask. Come down the ring. They do this whole kind of looks like Undertaker would have done with all these zombie looking dudes.
Triple H always has like a really, really big over the top entrance.
It was good. It was a WrestleMania entrance, and then Roman Reigns comes out and he did exactly what you wanted him to do.
I was right. I told you this was like the best entrance ever.
He comes out, does a Superman punch on
He did the on the stage,
and they have a screen on the stage, and it went like all the stuff disappeared, like the earth disappeared, and I'm like, that was cool. It comes out, the match itself. I'm trying to think about the match
fireworks
itself.
went off.
What about the match? Let's think about the match.
Can we talk about the entrance more, please?
No.
Please?
No. The intros happened. It was just an intro. There's nothing to talk about.
But the intro though, the intros were more interesting than the match.
Okay, I agree. But let's talk about the match.
Oh.
This is the last match.
Well, I'm pretty sure the only person that has more heat than Roman Reigns is Stephanie.
Right. So, as everybody's saying, Roman isn't a good guy anymore because nobody likes him. Again, I'm baffled why. Just because he's not Daniel Bryan. We've gone over it a million times.
I mean, it started with he's not Daniel Bryan.
Now it's like they're shoving it down our throat. We don't like him.
Yeah, and then they just didn't stop.
And so, I'm like, whatever. I like him. So we go to the match. The match happens.
There's some new stuff going on.
I can't think of anything interesting happening in the match that I can remember.
Stephanie got speared.
That was it. Yeah, that's the only thing. Stephanie got speared. She took a spear like you wouldn't believe, and I can't believe they let her do it. The McMahon family, I'm telling you what, the McMahon family, you might not love them or hate them, they put their bodies on the line for WrestleMania. They put it all. They went all in.
At least the direct McMahon family.
Yeah, they went all in on this, and I mean Stephanie took a huge spear.
Stephanie and Shane.
So props.
Props to Stephanie.
You know how they do Shane, I do props. So that
you know
happened.
What? You know what would have been cooler? Like not even like cooler, but like character building wise.
No.
If it was intentional. Like Roman just got so done with her crap.
I don't think he was sad he did it. Oops, sorry. So that happened, and Roman ends up winning the match, gets the championship, and then they pretty much everybody said they just kind of muted the crowd, and people were booing, and he's just like yeah, and then they ended it, and it was.
It kind of felt like something was about to happen.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Is that it? Is that it? Is that it?" And they're like, "We'll see you next year." Blah blah blah.
Oh, it's over.
And it was it. That was it. That was Mania, and
that
was a weird way to stop it. The weird way to end it. I think. I think if they would have ended it with the match before, with
Shane and Undertaker.
Yeah, Shane and Undertaker, or they ended it with the Rock and Cena.
No, that's not an ending.
Yeah, it is because if who did the announcement, the whole thing was at the end. You say the attendance. That's something you say at the end. So I mean, they could have wrapped it up there.
They could have switched Undertaker and Shane and Triple H on the card, and then everyone would have been happy.
Yeah. So,
but the thing is, like, I don't know. I wasn't happy Roman won. I wasn't sad Roman won.
And that's a problem.
Yeah. I felt nothing, and it's the main event of WrestleMania.
Right.
I didn't care about the main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Either way, good or bad, I didn't care.
Yeah, and the matches we did care about
weren't the main event.
And they had bad endings. Everybody said they liked the wrestling and didn't like the endings, and I have to kind of agree. But I had fun. I'm going to say you, as a whole, I had fun. I'm giving it like a 7.5 or 8. And there's people giving it like 5s or 6s. I'm like, really? Really? This was a
solid,
some really good wrestling here.
Yeah.
It was because you didn't like the endings. You didn't give away anything to it. But I'm happy for Zach. I was happy for
match of the night. 7-man Ladder match.
Baron Corbin. I was happy for him.
Worst match of the night. Dean Ambrose.
Okay, yeah.
Brock Lesnar.
Probably my favorite. Not counting Diva matches because I don't watch those.
We're gonna rewatch it after this.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, the ladder match with Zack Ryder. I think that was the high. I mean, another high for me was Cena coming back. That wasn't really a match.
I feel like rewatching it now.
But yeah, and Taker. And the worst probably Dean Ambrose and Brock. That was kind of a squash match. If
you should not have a squash match at WrestleMania.
that was most disappointing. Yeah, I mean, we knew what happened with Kalisto and Ryback. That was just kind of boring. It wasn't disappointing.
Yeah.
It was freaking disappointing for whatever you want to call that match. So,
I mean,
anyway, I'm AI.
if I missed the SeaWorld, and if I give anything to WrestleMania, it's that I kind of want to rewatch it right now. So that's good.
Yeah, it makes me want to rewatch. So that was that. And, well, thank you for watching. We will see you next time when we do Raw review. We might do that later.
Tomorrow or later today.
But that was it. Thank you for watching. We will see you next time on Raw Review.
Wabadoo.